My name is Klastes, Klastes, everywhere. Guess where we are? We are in the Oti region with Jonilar.
Yes,
sir. You are welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so honorable to have you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And thank you for the effort. I've watched countless of your interviews, countless of your reviews, the street pop and all those
Thank
things,
you
Charlie.
so much. Thank you.
The
Thank
funny
you so
one
much.
was the one you did at the Independence Square, Charlie.
Oh, you watched that?
Of
Oh,
course.
I've reached. I've reached. Thank you so much.
God bless
yeah,
you.
It was
too.
one of those things. I had to be on the street and interact with a couple of people. Why are we here? We drove all the way from Accra to
Jasikan.
Yeah.
To Jasikan in the Oti region. We are here to do God's work. We are here for digital music education seminar tomorrow because we have seen the essence of what we are doing. We want people to understand the scope of digital music. We want people to understand that Ghana is doing well digitally with our music. But again, we also want people to understand the challenges we face because digital music is like a new era now. In as much as we are not done fully exploring the digital music space, artificial intelligence is running so fast, catching up with us. So we as an industry, we as people, have to make sure that we take this to the people. Of course, we have a podcast called Digital Music Education Series, which is more of conversation hosted by Mimi, who is also an OAP, and also, of course, at Jonilar.net. But we feel getting on the ground with this for the people is a better way to go for the growth of our industry.
It's a better way to go for the growth of our industry. I'm here with Jonilar of Jonilar.net,
yes, sir.
A humanitarian and digital music expert. You've been appointed in recent times as the brand ambassador of Omziki distribution platform. Tell us about it.
So Omziki distribution is actually the biggest aggregator in East Africa. I'm talking about Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania. I mean, all the big names over there in terms of music. And of course, this conversation started some time back, and back and forth with my team, you know, the legal team, administrative team at Jonilar.net, all our partners. And at this point, I just want to say a very big thanks to God Almighty in heaven for, you know, bringing us this far, because it has given me another challenge, and I fully accepted it. And I know through these, it's actually two portfolio, brand ambassador and country director. And of course, we've already hit the ground with work. We've started rolling out innovative products that can let every artist distribute music at the comfort of their home. You don't have to go to any bank, go and stress yourself, get Visa card. If you get Momo for your phone top, plug your music will be on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere.
So what do? They help in distributing music.
Exactly.
A streaming platform.
It's a music distribution company. Just like any music distribution company that you know. And they are so big in East Africa. And for a very long time, I've been wanting to see how best I can get closer to the team. But you see, if God has planned for you, you don't struggle. You get it. And I am happy to be part of the Omziki family. And also, you ask if it's also a music streaming platform. No, Omziki distribution is an aggregator. They get your music on Spotify, Apple Music, Audiomack, Boomplay, YouTube, all the platforms worldwide, over 300 stores. But again, we have a project coming up where you stream music, artists make a percentage, you also get something. So that's a very beautiful project we're also working on, and hopefully in the days to come, we'll announce it globally.
Well, when I saw the appointment news that you've been made a brand ambassador, I was like, yo, you are the right person for this job. You are the right person for this job.
Thank God.
You've also been advocating for the fact that Ghana should have its own streaming platform.
Exactly.
Why?
Ghana should have its own streaming platform because as we speak right now, in as much as we are making a lot of good cash on Spotify, Apple, Tidal, and all these platforms, please, they are not Ghanaian, which simply means that when you make 1 million streams, before they will send you your money, you have to pay tax. And that tax is going to a different country. You pay visa charges, bank rates, and all these things. You understand? We are big, but our industry, our country is not benefiting. Now, if we are able to create our own platform, we'll be able to give our music to our people. That is number one. Accessibility, that is number two. And three, we'll be able to own our content outright. Why am I saying this? Because in recent time, here's the thing. Publishing deals is strictly foreign. Distribution deal is strictly foreign. And these people co-own these content. Please, We need something. Every artist in Ghana, every artist in Africa by extension should own their content. You get the point? They are supposed to own their content because it is key. For you as a creative, your content is supposed to belong to you. Yeah. Now, this platform, let's look at the number of views we've accumulated. Ghana as a country, our digital content creators, our artists, everybody else in the value chain, even radio stations, look at the number of views they are able to generate. At the end of the day, how much is being paid? Nobody scrutinizes these things. Nobody asks Spotify, how much do you pay these artists? Now, you are telling us that 30 seconds streams means that one stream. Yeah. Now, the question is this: how much comes to these artists? How much comes to Ghana as a country? Because we use companies to promote the songs. Yeah. You get it? We get on radio. Radios pay tax. We do events. Event producers pay tax. Yeah. I produce River Jamboree. I produce Street Jamboree. We pay tax. What about music streaming platforms that we distribute our music through globally? How much do they pay to us? Let's have a fair conversation to make sure that money from the creative space is being used to fast track the things we want to see in our space as well.
But then whose fault is it that we don't have a local streaming platform?
I wouldn't push a blame to anybody. We are interested in solution. Okay. It is something that we've probably not thought of, but this is just the right time for us to go deeper into it. You understand? Yeah. We don't have it. Now let's have it.
Where do we start?
Let's take the education across the country. Let people understand that good. We are supposed to distribute music, but we also need to own something here in Ghana, because immediately you distribute your music, immediately you pen your signature to a foreign deal outrightly, part of your content is going to the West and it's never coming back to you. But if Sarkodie can legally register his works here in Ghana, anybody can explore. You get it? But at the end of the day, it is a Ghanaian content. They're all relying on all the foreign platforms. What are we supposed to do? Now, somebody is saying that, but Jonilar, you have a distribution, you have a deal with a foreign distribution platform. It is an African agenda. It is an African agenda, but I'm a Ghanaian. I love my country. This is what Kwame Nkrumah fought for. This is what government of the day is fighting for. This is what the previous government. See, it is a generational effort to make sure that people that come into life as creatives benefit.
I thought we have Aftown.
Aftown is a good one. I love Aftown. I've spent a lot of money on Aftown, and something happened some time ago, and Aftown actually gave me a free streaming offer for I think for about a month, and I enjoyed
being a regular customer on their
platform. I love it. I've actually been part of an initiative that was coming up. It didn't go quite well, but I love everything about Aftown. See, I'll be very grateful to God if maybe we start the conversation and it goes like, okay, then government should support Aftown to implement these decisions. Of course, I'm ready for business conversations that can enable me bring my ideas on board. You get it? We don't have to let all these things become a media conversation. Let's be practical about solutions. That is why, together with our partners, and also a very big thanks to Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, who happens to be the MP for Buim constituency, for accepting us. Listen, when we reached out to several people and nobody responded. But through Administrative Secretary Jordan, we've been able to get in touch with, Honorable Kofi Adams, and we've gone very deep with him on this initiative. And he said, you know what? Let's start from the Oti region. That is a region that I love so much. And when you go down there, you understand what is happening across the region. We have been in town for a while now, and I can honestly tell you the enthusiasm by the people for this to happen is so great. So we are not going to stop. We'll be in every region, we'll be in every city, we'll even go to every village, make sure that people understand why we are doing this.
We are not going to stop.
No way.
We will go to every region until the people understand why we are doing this. How will artists play their role in achieving this goal?
How do artists play their role? The role of the artist is to be consciously get involved in this. That is why we are inviting every artist to join us tomorrow. That is why we are having conversation with all management teams and everybody that matters to make sure that this happens. Now, artists, your role is to join the conversation tomorrow, listen to our panels, You get the point. Then educate the people around you, educate your fans, because you see, this is actually a public conversation that everybody needs to know. Now we have to start at the industry level. That is why we are inviting the artists and also the generations to come. People are asking, Jonilar, why is it that for some time now you are trying to encourage artists and students involved in digital music education seminar? You know why? I want students in the various schools to get involved because, see, Yaw Tog became a global icon even before he sat for his final exams at the secondary school. Black Sherif, right after secondary school, he has become the biggest thing to ever happen to Africa.
That's right.
Sarkodie, right from Temade Secondary School, together with Stoneboy. Shatta Wale from Winneba Secondary School, boom. You get it? So the thing is starting right from the ground. So we have to catch them young, educate them, let them know where they are going. If we don't, see, the challenges we have in the music industry, if we don't practically apply solutions to it, we are just throwing empty talks. Yes. See, our problems, the problems that we have in Ghana, media is very powerful. A very big thanks to all the media organizations that have given us audience, as you know, from TV, radio, everywhere that I have granted interview before about the essence. Anybody who has given me the platform to advocate for these things, God bless you. Because you see, that is it. That is how it's done. However, let's get on the road with a solution.
Do you think government is being supportive enough to the creative art industry?
If I'm able to have a conversation with Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, who has accepted and who is joining us tomorrow for this conversation, then government is really, you know, ready for this. Government, I'm not talking about any party. Government is government.
Government is government.
You understand? And we are partners in development. You are government, I am government. That is why I said that's why somebody said government for the people, by the people, and to the people, whether it's correct or not. But that is the impulse. You see, thank you. You see, that is it. We've engaged one partner and he said, I'm investing into this. Let's do it. You get it? So government is ready. Now, government, the previous government has introduced initiatives that has also given us the platform. See, I was part of MTN Digital Music seminar many years ago where we had reps from Sony Music, Universal Music attending here in Accra. Now, the conversation has always projected the fact that Ghana as a country and Africa by extension, if we are able to consciously decide that we'll solve the challenges we have in the music industry, the music sector, I'm not even talking about the whole creative art sector, the music sector alone can do a lot more for us than what some of the areas are doing for us. You understand?
I understand.
Year of return, beyond return. Look at the number of people who come to Ghana every December. December in Ghana. Let me just take this opportunity to invite everybody to River Jamboree in December because it's going to be the biggest. We told you Street Jamboree, we had 700 billion.
That's massive.
This one, we are tripling the numbers. That is it. So now, if we are having these people coming in, they should come and use our platform, stream our music. When you go to UAE, there's something called Angami. It's a music streaming platform. And the people in the creative economy over there, they don't struggle like we do over here. Let's effect change.
Let's effect change. So we're talking about music education. I want to know this. Who is an artist manager?
Artist manager is that professional. That is the key word. That professional who is interested in the artist's development. Development simply means training the artist. Your artist should be able to talk, speak to the subject eloquently, passionately, be able to convince people, be able to convince the industry, people. An artist manager is the person who is able to plan the artist's movement, itinerary. You are going here, you are doing this, you are doing that, you are doing this. Artists are spiritual beings. Sometimes they burst out of, you know, for whatever reasons. Now, you as an artist manager, you should be able to train the artist, groom the artist. I'm giving you this because of the kind of structure we run here in Ghana. Because realistically, artist manager is just that individual, but we have other people in the value chain as well. We have brand manager, road manager, you know, before the artist manager, A&R and all those things. But typically the artist manager is to make sure that business of the artist welfare, everything is intact.
So who chooses who? Is it the artist that chooses the manager or the manager?
In my case, as somebody who has been behind Kini Eyes, God directed Kini Eyes to me. He approached, I accepted, even before knowing him physically. Because you see, this job, you should be connected on a level spiritually before you can hit the grounds. You get the point? So artist manager, however, yes, of course, you can also spot a talent and say, let me be your manager. I've also been in that space where I help artists. I feel like, no, these people, I'm somebody who is gifted with easily spotting talent, supporting talent. So it worked both ways.
You know, I don't quite understand it sometimes when you hear news going about that, oh, this artist has sacked the manager, this person is having misunderstandings. I always ask myself, does the artist have that power to sack his manager?
Yeah, everybody is powerful. Everybody is powerful. Just as I said, artists are spiritual beings. So if they feel like you're in and out to some extent, it's not really matching up. Some of them just don't know how to do it professionally and say, let's have a conversation. I feel you've done enough. Let's move on. However, A, B, C, D. Because you see, for where I stand right now, as an artist manager, even if you are no more working with the artist, you cannot completely take yourself out of the box. Because here in Ghana, management is not like an institution. Your personal life, you know, is also involved. So it takes so much time for you to be completely cut off the artist. That is why when something is coming up, I love to table a discussion and say A, B, C, D. Artist management should be business, you understand? But of course, we have the ungrateful ones. We have a lot of ungrateful artists. We also have a lot of good ones as well. But me, I focus on the energy, the positive ones. If you are not good, stay that side. Bad energy, stay far away.
Because I look at it like, if I am managing you, it means I am laying my life down for you.
Perfecto.
Yeah, I am laying my life down for you. So I don't see why sometimes the artists feel so bigger than their managers a lot of the times.
They will always feel that way. Because the public hail them, the public don't hail you. You work behind the scene, the artists work.
Is that a problem? The public hailing the artist more than the manager?
If you're an artist manager and the public is hailing your artist, go down on your knees and say, thank God I've done it.
They are hailing your idea.
Yeah. Anytime Kini and I we are traveling and people go crazy about him, I don't feel threatened, I don't feel jealous. I'm the one who even like, oh, we want to take picture. I'm the one who takes the camera. Let me give you quality photo, because this is the reason why I don't sleep early. This is the reason why he sacrificed so much. You get it? So I feel things do happen. You get it? Of course, it doesn't mean that Kini and I we don't have, but see, I think Kini is one of the best things I've ever met in life, because you see, he's so passionate. He's ready for this and he's doing it. Yeah, that's it. It should be conversation. This is somebody, no matter how deep the thing is, no matter how difficult it is, they find a way to bring it closer to me. No matter how difficult it is, I go back and say, Jonilar, you know how to do this. A, B, C, D.
We move. Will you advise?
And the two of us will fool a lot. Anyway, in quotes. Let's go.
I know what.
Don't go watch those videos. As for Kini, please. Kini is a comedian.
I know.
A rapper who is a comedian. Very dangerous.
I know. Sometimes he usually comes out with 1 or 2 skits online. Yeah, so I've been watching one of those. Yeah, I've watched one of those.
And you can feel it in his lyrics too.
Yeah. Sometimes. Will you advise for MOUs to be signed between artists and their managers?
That is the way forward. That is actually the benchmark. That is the standard. You should have, so that you know that you are working towards something. In recent times, I don't think, you see, artists are happy even if you have a contract with them, because they know where it is going. They know the duration. They know their role. You know your role. You get it. Of course, Kini and I, we didn't just start with, we had a probation period to study how things are supposed to be. We put in a contract. ABM is running.
ABM is running. It's interesting speaking with you right now. I am so humbled to speaking with you. Thanks a lot for your time.
I'm grateful.
Thanks a lot for your time. If you have any other thing to say, you can
I have something to say. Yes, guys, this is Klastes, and it's one of the best thing I've ever come across.
Thank you.
Keep following his content.
Thank you.
If you want to learn, if you want to promote your brand, if you want to anything, get in touch with him, because you see, you are the people. Some of us will continue to be on the road doing what we are supposed to do, but you people are the vehicle that drive the change.
Thank you.
You understand? So don't stop.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Say I'm hoping to have more of this every day, because I have a lot to ask.
When we return to Accra, we'll have this conversation.
Sure. Have a nice time.
Thank you.
Have a nice time. My name is Klastes. We meet again on our next episode of our next content. Lab Society.